Are we live on Instagram? We're live on Instagram. And we're live on YouTube. We'll get your thumbs up all over the place. And live on Facebook. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome to, I don't know why I did it like that. Welcome to this BMTV Live on Tuesday, the 2nd of May. We're on Instagram. You Instagram people will only see us at this angle. Everybody else on YouTube and Facebook, you have the full 3-camera experience. We've got this camera right here where you see both myself and Bex. Hello. Oh, Bex is here. I'll get to that in a second. We've got this camera over there and you see me. Hello. Hi, everybody. And then you've got that camera over there. And that is the one that is focused on Bex.
I thought you were going to say something horrible then. I was waiting for you to say, and you don't need to see that one.
Why would I say that? I wouldn't say that. Anyway, so hello everybody. So we've got a bit of time with Bex on the sofa. It's the first time we've done this, isn't it? So it'll be quite nice because we get together and have a chat, and you get me a Starbucks every now and then, and I get you a Starbucks all the time.
You've got me one actually, and I've probably got you about 10, I'd say.
I mean, we're not keeping score, are we?
Well, I am.
It's not 10. It might be 5. It's not 10.
Okay.
Anyway, you might be wondering who this little fella is. This was, we put the set in, we've got the sofa in here and everything, and Alex said, oh, we need a cushion or something, because otherwise it's just a big grey gap, and we don't have any cushions in the building.
I'd say that's blue.
That's grey.
Is it?
Let's not argue straight away. let's get talking about stuff first. So I put a cuddly teddy, available at balloonmarket.co.uk. It's quite soft. Cuddle Crew. Anyway, Bex is here from Blow It With Bex.
Hi.
And we've got a couple of things that we are actually going to talk about. But before we get to that, how's things?
Good. Hectic. Really hectic.
Why is it hectic? Give us an insight, Bex, into the hectic life of a balloon influencer.
Oh, here he is with that term again. So, taken on a new unit.
Yep.
Which is massive compared to my other one. That needed completely renovating. It was an absolute dive. So, renovating that from scratch, all whilst building a big extension on my house, whilst living there still, which I don't recommend to anyone, and I will never do it again. And just general running the academy, in-person training, being a mum, being a wife, everything. So yeah, I don't stop. My brain doesn't stop. Don't switch off.
Yeah, being a BMTV
Be on BMTV.
regular. Yeah. That's because we call you that now, don't we?
Yeah, I am a regular,
yeah. That sounds good.
Yeah, all exciting.
It is.
But just still doing it at the same time.
So, going back to your units, obviously, how long have you been going now? 3 years yet? Is it 3 years now?
Not yet, no.
Not yet,
3
not
years
even 3 years.
this year.
So how long was it? Because you were working at home, weren't you? How long was it until you moved into your very first unit?
I was in my first unit, maybe I was at home a year. Yeah.
That's really quick.
Yeah, a year I was at home. And I've been at my first unit for a year, and then now taken on a different one.
And how big was the first unit? Was it 600 or square feet or something like that?
I don't know. I can't.
Was it about the size of this?
Yeah, it's about this. Yeah.
So about 600.
It is, yeah, because you said it was the same as this.
Yeah, and now
I've got 14 or 1,500 square feet.
More than doubled.
Yeah.
And
it's 2 floors.
And what's the benefit of that? What's that going to give you?
So I can run all my masterclasses, all my in-person training from there. I now don't need to hire a venue because it's on 2 floors, so I can have easily 15 to 20 people in there to do masterclasses, so I don't have to worry about hiring venues or anything anymore.
So you could have a group of people upstairs, group of people downstairs, and you'd be going between the two. Yeah.
And do all my content days from there and everything from there. Just makes my life easier.
So what would you say to people that are out there that are working at home at the moment and they're considering that they're running out of space at home, they can't do what they really want to do at home? What would be your recommendations? What would you do?
Just do it. Get a space. That was hands down the best thing I ever did.
Really?
Like, I was even running my academy from my lounge. I was moving all my furniture out of my lounge onto my decking and filming it in my lounge and then putting it all back into place. And like even before my academy, like I had my balloon room, and I outgrew that. There was stuff everywhere, and I always felt like at the end of the day, I didn't switch off or shut the door on work. It was just there all the time, and it just becomes stressful. And then the minute I took on my first unit, I felt like the weight of the world had been lifted off my shoulders. I could shut the door on it at night, and that was that.
I remember when we first did it, because we started the business at home and then moved into the first unit, and just that separation of home and work life as well. Just when you're at home, and you can focus on the family and all of that. And it's really good. So the first one you went into, that is an easy in, easy out, isn't it? Really, thing. So there's quite a few of those around.
Yeah, there's loads around Southampton,
So and in general,
everywhere,
So you can find them, and if you're worried about the risk, I guess you can just. How much notice do you have to give in the last place?
So my original place was a month. I had to give a month's notice. The place I'm in now is just 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah. So if it did go
so
wrong,
and I think that's what we all focus on. We all think about what if it goes wrong? What if this happens? What if that happens? I'm going to lose money. But my answer to that is always, what if it goes right?
Yeah.
And you've got so much more power to do whatever it is you want, to have an academy without forking out £300-400 for a venue and all of that.
Well, even like my content days and masterclasses, of the venue I've been using, it's like at least £700 just to hire the venue. Whereas like now I can do it all from mine. I haven't, and also the stress of setting up and taking everything down at the end of the master, like you always stay and help. It's a lot to take down at the end. With this, I can just shut the door, I'll deal with it, and so much easier.
Yeah, no, that's good, because it's after a hard day of that.
Yeah.
People don't realise how much you can take out of you. But
it's draining,
It's like filming. You do a lot of filming in a day, and it can be quite tiring. So, okay, well, I've got some comments. I don't know what they are, but let's have a look. We've got a few hellos. We've got...
top blower Kelly. She's on the academy.
Hello, top blower Kelly.
I call all my academy members top blowers.
I don't know what to say
It's
to
endless fun, isn't it?
Oh, dear.
Another top blower. Yes, they're all in. Nancy Loves.
Okay.
Yay! If you don't follow Nancy Loves, you need to follow Nancy Loves Wholesale. They're amazing.
A go-by. What does that mean, Dave?
I think Dave is saying goodbye.
Oh, hi, Dave. Bye, Dave.
Bye.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the 9 minutes. If anybody's got any comments or any questions for Bex, then you can just put them in the comments, and hopefully I will try and keep up. It can be about anything. It doesn't have to be about commercial units. I just went there because Bex mentioned commercial units. Literally, this is not rehearsed in any way. We are just going to chat and answer questions if you've got any questions. So if you want to know if you've got any questions for me, I'll answer those questions as well. Have you got any questions for me?
No.
No.
Not interested.
All right. Not interested in me at all. Thank you.
Joking.
Thank you so much.
I speak to you all the time.
I know, all the time. All right. So you're very, very busy at the moment.
Yeah.
Things are going on.
Yeah.
But there's something else that's going on.
Very exciting.
That's very exciting. And I think you've put it out there already, haven't you? A little bit,
it is out there,
So what is it that is very exciting in the life of Bex right now?
So I'm finally going to America to do my masterclasses.
Excellent.
So I'm going out there in June. So I'm going to New York, Houston, Dallas and Miami.
Okay.
Which is very exciting.
And what dates are they?
So, 17th of June is New York.
I'm testing her.
No.
Written these down. 17th of June.
21st of June is Houston.
Oh, that's
23rd of June is Dallas.
That's that.
25th of June is Miami.
Oh, well done.
I know.
Well done. So what is that? So your masterclass, we obviously talked about them, and many people have been on your masterclasses. What exactly does a masterclass consist of?
So I literally just teach everything that I do, how I do things, to everyone that attends. So we do big displays.
Yeah.
Go big or go home.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, yeah. Plus, you don't get a chance to do huge displays usually. Like, very rarely you'll get a massive display. So, yeah, I like to do them big at the masterclasses. And I just literally go over everything, like, that I know. Social media, everything.
So how many people can you take on each masterclass over there in the States?
So, some of the venues are 15 and some of them are 18 or 20.
All right, so not that
Yeah,
many.
no.
So
Limited spaces.
if you are interested, and everybody that's watching in the USA, you might like to have a look at that. It is obviously open to anybody. So
Yeah.
if you're here in the UK, you can go over and do that. Now, the cost of that is what?
It's £370, English pounds, but it works out around $460
Okay.
ish, give or
Okay.
take on the exchange rate.
But you get the full download of what's in your head.
Yeah.
How to do everything.
And then they also get 3 months free subscription to my academy
Okay.
after the masterclass. So they will get that free as well, free of charge.
Excellent. Excellent. But you can get it a bit cheaper than that,
You
can't
can, because we're doing a one-off deal.
We're doing a one-off deal, and by we mean Bex is doing a one-off deal, and that is, well, what does that look like? So instead of what did you say, 370?
Yep.
Okay.
So you get £65 off.
So that
So it'd
takes
be
it down to
305.
I mean,
305.
based on my
Yeah.
maths, as
Go on
I
then.
did earlier on, I
Yeah.
got it very wrong. 305.
Yeah,
Well done.
I'll do the maths.
Okay, you do the maths.
You don't do that.
Yeah, I'm
No
very
good
bad
at that.
No good at that at all. So £305
Yeah.
if you buy a ticket before the end of this month.
Yeah, but before
Okay,
the end of May.
Before the end of May. How do you do that, Bex?
By going to my website, www.blowitwithbex.co.uk. If you click on the little menu tab, click on the USA tour, choose the class that you want to enroll in, and then on checkout there's a coupon section. And if you type in BMTV in capitals 80, then it takes off £65, which is around $80.
So that's what the 80 refers to.
Yeah.
Roughly 80.
Which you're not happy about that code.
I'm not
right?
happy about that because it's in sterling, so it should be BMTV 65. But you'd already done the
No,
code,
yeah.
and I got told in no uncertain terms.
It's my business, so I'll do what I want.
Yeah, that's pretty much what she told me. I've got a couple of comments here. Are you going to be doing any more masterclasses elsewhere? Why on earth would somebody ask that? And how can I locate the academy? It's online. I am in the US.
Yep, so the academy is available worldwide. So if you visit my website, www.blowitwithbex.co.uk, and you click on the menu and click on online learning, and then it takes you to all the information about the academy, and then you can read through all of that and then click subscribe at the bottom. It's $18.99 a month, which I'm not sure what that works out in US dollars.
A bit more.
A bit more than that, but it converts it for you anyway. So yeah, you can subscribe via that. And there's no contract, you can leave whenever you like, but
Everybody stays.
everyone stays. Everyone loves
That's really
being
good.
a top blower.
Probably because they put it at the bottom of their emails, top blower.
Yeah, whenever I send out emails regarding my academy, I'm like, hey, top blowers.
Oh dear. And what are
Happy
you?
Monday, top blowers.
Are you the top blower
I'm
in
the queen.
chief?
I'm the queen blower.
We've talked about that before, haven't we? When the first time you were on BMTV and how you intentionally named your business.
You won't forget it.
Something that can make people smile, laugh heartily, or think, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe she did that."
Unforgettable name.
Unforgettable
That's what you need.
name, indeed.
I know if I go
indeed.
to Asda and tell someone about my business on the checkout, they're not forgetting that name. There's no way they'll forget that.
And what was your? Because you used to do nails, didn't you?
Nail it with Bex.
Nail with Bex.
The theme going on.
There is definitely a theme going on. All right, so now you're going over to America,
Yeah.
and we've got these balloons behind us. We've got. If you want to see how this is done, you'll have to watch BMTV next week, Alex. Next week. So Thursday, what would that be? For 11th, maybe. Is Thursday next? Is it the 11th? Alex, 11th it is. So
Oh, that was good for you.
I know.
I'm
Get me
impressed, yeah.
adding 2 days and then a whole other 7.
Yeah.
So I know, it's crazy, isn't it? So yeah, it's going to be on BMTV next week on the 11th. How Bex made that. It's very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, if I don't say so myself, I'm pretty proud of that bad boy.
That is good. And you've got the modelling balloons in there. That's a bit different. And of course, you've got the Bex flowers.
Love a bit of flowers.
More is more, apparently.
More is always... God, you know me so well, don't you?
Well, you say it every single
I know.
time.
It's
you know.
nice to know that you listen to me, actually.
Oh, I listen to you all the time. Right, I've got another question. Do you cover the criteria to become a certified CBA? You don't, do you?
No, I don't do that, but...
No,
yeah.
that's a Qualitex thing.
Yeah,
so
that is a Qualitex thing.
do you only do decor? Or do you do twisting too?
On the academy, I'm not a twister. Like, I'm not a twister at all, actually. I'm rubbish with it. But there are people on the academy that do twisting, and they actually film stuff for me to upload onto the app.
Oh,
So,
right,
like,
okay.
It's kind of like a little dream team, my academy.
Yeah.
Like, when people haven't got anything to do, like, and they want to help each other out, they film themselves doing a tutorial and send it for me to upload.
So everybody on the academy
twisting
can do
on
that?
it, yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a really good idea.
it's nice.
That is nice.
Little community.
Yeah. And are they sort of hardcore twisters or are they decor twisters as well?
Decor twisters, yeah.
Cool. Because you can use
Well, yeah,
twisting
I've-
balloons
yeah.
for a lot of different things, can't you?
Yeah.
And Bex showed me a picture earlier on
Oh,
of
God,
something.
here we go again.
And it is, you know, it sounded like, oh, here we go again.
I hope I didn't sound like that.
What's her name?
point
Catherine
asking me.
Tate.
No point
Catherine
asking me
Tate.
names.
Oh, here we go again.
Oh,
You know, the
come
old
on.
lady.
Don't
The
I
old,
sound-
no, the old lady. Do you know the Catherine
there's
Tate?
no
Oh, here we go again.
No,
No? All right.
I'm rubbish with names.
All right.
Absolutely rubbish.
Don't worry. So, I don't know where I was going with that now. That's the problem with a live. You just forget where you're going. But, where
You
were
were
I
going-
oh, yeah,
you were
twisting.
about to
Oh,
go
yeah,
on
yeah.
about my-
Your twisting thing. And she did something really, really good. It had distortion and everything in there, didn't it?
Yeah.
So it was really good.
Well, yeah. I've never done distortion before.
Have we got that picture
No,
too?
you haven't got
Oh,
it.
you didn't give it to Alex?
No.
Oh, that's the one I wanted you to give Alex so we could upload. Anyway.
We've been
On
busy.
the phone, you can just show the camera if you want.
Yeah, go on. Go on.
I don't know if everyone's ready for this, if I'm honest. And it might take me a while to find it again. Do you want to keep talking?
This is nice, isn't it? BMTV live and Bex is on her phone.
I'm never on my phone. Right, Russ will disagree. I did this. Where do I...
Show that one.
That
Oh,
one
the-
over there?
Yeah.
Is that close enough?
Yeah, well, go back a tiny bit, because it's got the glare of it. This is
Is that
live.
going to time out?
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Yeah, there we go. People can see that now.
How impressive is that?
That was actually my second attempt, because my first attempt was very, very similar. Is that right? And everyone on the academy was asking about distortion, so I busted that out, and then I thought, I can do this, I'm just going to film it. So I filmed it, and that one was banging.
How did you learn to do that? Was it watching a BMTV?
No.
No.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, good, good.
was.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just busted that out, whipped that bad boy out,
Yeah. That you
and now I just think I'm a
that
distortionist. I can do it all the time.
you can do it all.
I doubt I can do that
Very,
again.
very modest with it, as I've said many times before. But back to America,
Yeah.
and you're going over there, and these are actually the balloons you're going to be using over there, aren't you?
Yes.
And
Not
these-
those colours.
Well, not those colours, but that brand balloons,
Yes.
which is
Gemar balloons.
Gemar balloons. Now, you've been using Gemar balloons for a little while now, haven't
Yeah, I
you?
have, yeah.
But they've not been in the UK that long, have they, really? Is it a year, a couple of years? They've been at Spring Fair a couple of years.
It was during COVID
Yeah.
they come out, wasn't it? Because that's when there was issues.
Yeah.
And then it's all been rectified since then.
Yeah, so what do you mean there's issues? The issues with the
the
Gemar
balloons.
Yeah, so, because we looked at Gemar a while ago, and there were some issues, and I think it's important to point out to people that a company that takes the issues that are reported by the customers and then does something about it is what I consider to be a good company, and I
Yeah.
think that's what they've done. So you've been working with these newer versions of all their
Yeah.
balloons, and you're actually really impressed.
Yeah, really
aren't you?
impressed, yeah.
Because we were having a conversation earlier on how Bex doesn't just use the balloons because she gets them for free. You actually wouldn't use anything that wasn't good quality.
No, I wouldn't promote something I didn't agree with.
Well, it's also your reputation.
Yeah.
If you're promoting something that's rubbish,
Exactly.
you're not going to,
No.
you know, it's just not good. So if there's anybody out there that has had issues with Gemar balloons in the past, you are very unlikely to have those issues now,
Yeah.
if at all, is what you're saying.
Yeah, they've changed all of the balloons
Yeah.
to get rid of those issues. So yeah.
So what is it you like about the Gemar balloons?
The necks, the thickness of the latex, the colours,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with them.
So okay, cool. So that what you will be using entirely in the States. Oh, I've got another couple of comments. Lulabelle's top blower. Are you
It's
going
another
to?
top blower, yay.
Are you going to be an accredited trainer in the future?
Do you know what? I have thought about this.
What do you have
and
to
this
do
is
to
a-
become an accredited trainer?
I'm not sure. I think don't you have to like make a course?
I don't know.
I think I have to go to college to make a course, do I? Something like that. I'm not sure.
I'm asking you, and you're
Well,
asking
yeah,
me.
I
So
know,
clearly,
well,
neither of us know.
No, we don't know. But I have thought about this. So I did like consider it, and then I thought, is it something that actually means something though? Because I'm not sure it does. It's just
It's hard, isn't
something
it?
to your name, isn't it? I think if you can do it, you can do it. Does a
Yeah.
customer order from you because you're accredited?
That's a good question.
Because I'm got to where I am and I'm not accredited.
I mean, where do you get most of your customers? Is it Instagram?
Yeah.
So are they
Social
looking?
media.
Are they looking for accreditation?
I think they're just going on there and looking at photos, and
Yeah.
they're going on there to look at someone's work. So
Well, if you can show what it is that you've created, and that's what somebody wants, that's
yeah,
good. I don't know.
it's hard, isn't it?
It is hard, but I've never been one for. I don't know. I'd never put letters after my name. I'd never
No.
do any of that sort of stuff. But then that's just me. If I can do what it is I can do, I don't have to have a piece of paper that demonstrates that
And
to
in
me.
this industry, you don't need it. So, like, you can have this job without that. Like, I was a nail technician before. I had to be qualified for
Oh, did
that.
you?
Like, yeah, because there's so many chemicals, everything in it.
Oh,
You
right, I
couldn't just
see.
willy-nilly go and.
But that was a legal requirement.
Yeah, you have to be qualified for things like that.
Yeah.
But in this industry, you don't need to be qualified.
Yeah.
You can just go out and, as long as you've got insurance.
Yeah.
And
That's
to get
interesting.
insurance, you don't need a qualification.
That is a really interesting question, though, because are people looking for somebody that?
I think it's
accredited or not?
more of for your own personal thing that you feel
Yeah.
like a sense of achievement, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe.
But I have looked into it. I have thought about it.
Lorraine has asked.
Always a awkward question, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Putting me on the spot there, Lorraine.
But I think it's fair to say that there's. Oh, Lorraine is saying, is Gemar your preferred brand? There's some good quality brands out there.
Yeah.
And you've worked with them
think-
all.
yeah.
You've Sempertex, Qualitex, Calisan, Tuftex. You've used
Literally
them all.
all of them. But I think everyone uses certain brands for certain things. So to pinpoint what's my favourite brand, I would find that really difficult to answer, because you would go with a certain brand for one aspect of it and another brand for another. Like, for someone to solely use one brand, I think that's very rare in this industry.
Well,
Everyone uses
absolutely.
each brand, don't they?
Yeah, for somebody like you that's got a choice. I mean, you mix the brands sometimes
All
in
the
your own
time,
work.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a lot of it, I guess, revolves around colours, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So I think, I don't know, it depends what's important to you, your preferred brand. I think it's, some people, we sell Bell Bal as well, and some people really like the Bell Bal balloons.
Yeah.
Because they are so thick. They're really tough, sturdy balloons. But the necks might not be quite as long
Yeah.
as Gemar or Qualitex.
Yeah.
So I think it's what's important to you. But they're all good quality brands.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
So
I haven't got a favourite. There is things at Gemar I prefer over other brands. There is something with other brands that I prefer. Like, it's very difficult to, to say my preferred brand.
Yeah.
All the brands I work with, I love. Otherwise, I wouldn't work with them.
Yeah, yeah. So Lorraine, you're going to have to try them. You're going to have to
Yeah.
try them all and see what suits you. What do you like the most? I think that's probably the best thing to do. All right, come on. Some more questions.
Fire away.
So what did you do at the weekend while we're waiting for some more questions?
Saturday, I sat in my mud pile of a garden because I have no garden now because it's been dug up for my extension.
Yeah.
Sat in there in the sunshine whilst Russ, my husband, dug up some more of the garden. I just sat there and watched him.
Sat there drinking wine.
Cider. I'm a cider girl, mate.
Cider. Oh.
Strawberry and lime.
I had a pint of cider for the first time in, I don't know, at least 2 years. We were out walking the dogs and came across a pub, as you do.
Yeah.
And decided to have the first spring alcoholic beverage outside.
Very nice.
That was a couple of weeks ago. So I had a pint of cider. I normally have a glass of wine, but I had a pint of cider. It just felt like it felt like a cider kind of day. Yeah. Oh, thanks for asking. Yeah, I went to London yesterday.
How was your weekend?
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I went to London yesterday. It was really good. Just went out there with Sophie, my daughter, 14-year-old. And
Tough age.
no, she loved it. It was she didn't like the walking. We walked like 9.6 miles or something. But we went London Eye. That was very nice.
Very nice.
And did London Dungeon. Have you done that?
No, I haven't. No.
Give it a go.
Yeah. See, I want to go to London. Russ hates London, so I have to drag him up there.
Yeah, it was busy. I mean, the sun was out. It was busy. And then we went to Harrods. Well, why? It's just so busy. It just I did not. Although it's busy downstairs, where the food hall is and everything. Go upstairs. Not quite as busy.
No.
We've got some more. Oh, Lorraine, again. Lorraine, you're asking lots of questions. What would be your top, thank you for doing that, what's your top piece of advice for a new balloon artist?
Oh, this is quite, there's so many things I would say. 100% don't compare yourself to someone else because that does your own head in.
Yeah.
Because you don't know how far into their journey they are compared to you.
Yeah.
Like, they could be on day 700 and something, but you could be on day 27.
Yeah.
And also Instagram is everyone's show home of their work, if you like. So Instagram shows the best of their work. So don't look at everyone else's work and think you're not good enough. Yeah. Because you are. Everyone grows as an artist as well. Like, I look back at my first balloon display, and at the time I did it and I was like, oh, mate, I am banging at balloons, like this is sick. And I look at it now and I literally want to cry. I'm like, what was I thinking?
Yeah.
But yeah, don't compare yourself to everyone else.
Keep growing. That's the thing. Keep learning and have a learning mindset. Would probably be something I say.
I think if you stop learning, you'll stop growing. Like there is always room to learn. Yeah. And try different techniques out, because, like, I always say it, like, you should train with other people, like watch different people on YouTube, try out all the techniques and find what works for you, because what works for someone else might not work for you. Like, develop your own style, try and stand out from the crowd as well, because otherwise you blend in. If
you do the same as everybody else, then it's really weird how we do that. Going back to London Dungeon, this is a completely, well, I suppose it's kind of representative, but you go from room to room and there's little performances and they try and scare you and all of that. And then we went out of one door and the actor woman said, okay, everybody through this door now, you can go left or right. And then everybody just went right and everybody just followed the other. So there was nobody left, so I just went left. But it was a hall of mirrors and I kept banging into the mirrors. So it was really not very pleasant. I wish I'd have followed everybody else. But yeah, I think it's interesting how people do just follow. And sometimes if you do your own thing, come up with your own USP, unique selling point, then things can change. So yeah, do you would probably be a good piece of advice.
That's what I did with my
Yeah.
flowers.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Oh, Andrew. Hello, Andrew. Andrew was busy doing a bit of web design. Well, I hope it's going all right, Andrew. Oh, Bex, what Andrew is asking what your most and least favourite designs are.
Oh my God, that, like my personal designs that I've done,
I don't know.
or as in general, what I enjoy doing the most and what I hate doing the most. It's a good question.
Answer what your favourite design you have done is.
That's a really good question, because I love all my designs.
Okay then. There we are, the modesty coming out once again. Even that first one that you look back and you want to cry now.
Oh yeah, that. But then would I say that's my least? Because then actually I look back at that and I realise how much I've grown. So
Yeah.
you could say that is probably a good one.
That is a good thing, a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Because that compared to what I do now, like a massive difference.
I think that's really important. I've talked about it on a few New Year shows, so at the end of year shows, and how it's really easy. Okay, New Year's resolution, and we're always just focusing on next, and we should be. I think it's always good to be growing and growing your business, growing as a person, but you forget how far you've come. So I always recommend look back at exactly where you were a year ago, and if you're in business, that could be your sales value, your number of sales, looking at what your work looked like a year ago, looking at what it looks like now, and just really accepting how you've grown and really seeing what you've done in a year, because you live with it. It's like losing weight. You live with it. You look in the mirror every day and you don't feel there's any difference, but then you look at a picture from a year ago and you've lost a shed ton of weight. So I've heard. And it's that kind of thing. So it's important to do that. That's a good tip there, actually. I'd love to pop down to London from Bonnie, Scotland, but it's too expensive for accommodation, Andrew. Well,
London is expensive.
London
but
is.
you could stay outside of London and just get the train in.
I mean, even in London now, Premier Inn, you can get some good deals, particularly if it's, a particular time of year when it's not as busy, but it's still more expensive than outside of London. Cool balloon twisting. Uh-oh, what happened? What happened where? Cool balloon twisting. What did we...
I don't know what we spoke about.
I don't know what we spoke about, because it took me a second to come to that. Anyway, Andrew said both. So what's your most and favourite...
I'd say one of my favourite designs was on my first masterclass, because my first masterclass I wasn't training, I didn't have my academy or anything then, I just did it on everyone was asking to learn from me and I was like, let's just do it. And then I did it with my friend Shay, and we were like, if no one books on, then we've had a day creating content together. If we sell out, then perfect. So the Blow It display on there with the light up letters, like that almost felt like a turning point in my career. I was just like, I can do this.
Yeah. I think as well that confidence, any training courses that we run, be it fundamentals, if with the ones we've done with you, and I pop round there, and you're doing your content creation days and stuff, the confidence people get just from doing that. Yeah. And it's the confidence that will help you be better at what you do. Yeah. So,
and everyone lacks it. Every single person I've trained lacked confidence.
Yeah.
Like everyone, like at the masterclasses and my content days, like everyone messages me before, like, oh, I'm really nervous, like I'm not confident at all. Then at the end of it, everyone's like leaving beaming with confidence. Yeah. That is like the most surreal feeling.
I think it's confidence in yourself as well. You think, oh, so many good people out there. And like you say, you look at Instagram and you think, I'll never be as good as them. Well, you will be. It's just practice. It's just doing it, getting out there and doing it. And
there's no wrong way to doing balloons. So.
Yeah, nobody starts as an expert on day one. You need to practice. You need to get there. But you can get there relatively quickly.
Yeah.
Doing what we do.
Especially with what's available now as well.
Okay. Nice balloon install in the background. Are those 260s? Jackie, they're not 260s. They're D2s, D4s, and D6s.
Well done, Greg.
Yeah.
I like that.
They're the Gemar ones. So the D2s are the equivalent of
160.
160s, and D4s are 260s. D6s are 360s. The
Yep.
equivalent of. So I don't.
You can, I've got a little diagram.
Oh, got a little diagram. Look.
Oh, well
I've
done.
got a little diagram. There we are. Very good, Alex. Thank you. Lorraine launched her site in December, landed her first contract for a baby shower balloon garland. Excited and nervous.
Oh, well done.
Well done, Lorraine.
Very exciting.
Don't worry about it. That'll be really good. And once you've done it once, it'll get easier.
And people will start ordering more from you as well. I always find that people don't order if they can't see what you can do. So if you're posting it on your Instagram, you're more likely to get more orders.
That's the thing. It used to be if you wanted to show people, when we started the business 19 years ago, wanted to show people your work, you had to put it on your website and point people to the website and show people there. Well, as now, you can take a picture, particularly in a venue. I'll talk about going to Harrods. If you were doing a job at Harrods, some of the ornate staircases and things in Harrods, if you did a job there and you could take a picture there, it just looks amazing.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, far better than in your living room and stuff like that. Although everybody's done that in the living room. I remember when we first started, it was, the fireplace was there and a little column or something, you know, beside it. But yeah, when you start taking pictures in a venue, then people just can picture it in their venue. But yeah, it works really well. Andrew's telling a 14-year-old daughter and a 16-year-old daughter, 2 rooms, and the stuff young women drag along behind them to get dad to carry. Probably need 3 rooms. Yeah, I've got 2 daughters as well, Andrew. I feel the pain. Bex and Gregor's dream team.
That's another top blower.
As is it? BCW
Yes,
party.
good old Gregor's. That's what
Gregor's?
I call you that on my academy.
You call me Gregor's?
I call you Gregor's on
Why
my
do you call me
academy.
Gregor's?
I don't know. Just do.
You never call me Gregor's.
I've called you it a couple of times.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't mind it.
Gregor's.
Gregor's, it's
Yeah,
fine. That's
Gregor's. That's what you're
Bex.
known for on the academy.
fine. Oh, that's great.
Dream team.
Yeah,
That's
indeed.
a dream team, isn't it?
Indeed, indeed. So tell me something else. Let's talk about another tip for starting your business, because obviously it is relatively easy to start this business, isn't it? Particularly now, you don't even need helium these days.
No.
You know, do you use helium at all?
No, scares me.
Does it?
No, not for me, that.
All right, okay.
Just because there's so many things that can go wrong with helium.
Yeah.
I'll stick to air. I know what
Getting
I'm doing
hold of
there.
it.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
The price of it.
It's one thing. Yeah, it's crazy. But then so you've built your business entirely on air-filled balloons.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic. People wouldn't even have thought of doing that 10 years ago.
No, I know.
So you could literally, as long as you've got a phone with a camera on it, get some balloons
And a pump.
and a little cheap pump from Amazon
Yeah.
to start with. Off you go.
Easy. Well, not easy.
Well,
But
it's not easy,
No.
but it's relative. What do they call it?
cheap.
Low barriers to entry.
Yeah.
So that's what they say. So, and I think that's why during COVID a lot more people started in the balloon industry. Obviously, a lot of those people have gone back to what they were doing before COVID. But yeah, it is a relatively easy thing to get into. But the more you do it, and I've said to people, a lot of people go into it part time, and they do it at weekends for friends and family, and then they go into it part time. But it takes a big, huge step to go into it full time. Did you find that, or did you just?
no.
Did you
Think I was lucky. I was really lucky, I think. So I started in COVID. So I was a nail technician first. So we were the first to stop work and the
Yeah.
last to go back because
Yeah.
it's close contact. And I've worked since the age of 13. So even though I've got kids and I had to homeschool and all of that, I still needed something for me.
Yeah.
So I started doing balloons during lockdown, and then as soon as lockdown lifted, I remember I was just doing number stacks to start off with. I posted on a parents group on Facebook in the Southampton area, a couple of my number stacks, and it just went crazy, like literally crazy. I think I went back to doing nails literally for a matter of weeks, so 6 weeks max, and then I went straight full time into balloons.
Wow.
Because it just took off. I hit it at the right time.
Yeah, yeah.
And because because people weren't having parties and stuff, they were doing more for targeted mums. They were doing more for their kids at home, so like number towers and stuff like that.
I do forget that you only started during COVID. That's crazy. I think of you doing it a lot longer. So you are one of the ones, obviously, that didn't go back to what you were doing before, or did for a couple of weeks. So why balloons? Why did you choose balloons?
I don't know why. I was on Pinterest in my garden in lockdown, and there was a balloon display on there. And I had done like those Amazon little garland things before, but never thought anything of it, just for like, I did it for my friend's baby shower and then Remy's first birthday, but didn't think anything of it at all. And then I was on Pinterest and a balloon display come up, and I thought, you know, I'm going to give this a go. Got nothing else to do apart from homeschooling, which was horrific. So yeah, just practiced it, and I was just like, I really enjoy this. And then did it for my friend's birthday when we come out of lockdown. And yeah, at the time I thought, oh yeah, mate, I'm banging at balloons. And it just took off, just literally took off.
So did you never have that problem of not having confidence?
No, I'm quite a confident person. Like, I'll talk to anyone, like I'm confident. So I had the confidence in like looking at my displays and being like, oh yeah, I can do balloons, but I still will look at other people's work and think that I'm not good enough. I just think that that is installed in every balloonist, and even if you try not to do it, there is still that small thing.
There's always somebody out there that's better than you.
Yeah, 100%.
At doing whatever it is you do, or as an aspect of business. It might not even be, you know, the actual balloons. Oh, you know, the little bubbles you do with a 260. And yours might not be quite as good as somebody else's. If ever you see Dr. Bob doing them, it just, I think he gets it millimetre right. It's amazing. And Chris Horn as well, just a millimetre. It just blows my mind how people can do it that accurately. And if you don't do it that accurately, then it might not look quite as good, but no customer is ever going to notice.
No, exactly.
But you notice. And I think that's something key to remember as well, that people don't know what it should look like. All right. Do you make your neon signs? Your work is absolutely beautiful. That's the rain again.
No, I get mine.
You get yours
made by companies, yeah.
Yeah. There's quite a few companies around that do it.
Yeah, there's loads, yeah.
Andrew, how would you offer the illusion of helium balloons without helium? I hate the idea of using helium myself.
You can use the, like, the stands, can't you? Like, I keep seeing everyone makes these wooden bases with the dowel, and then like putting balloons at the base, and then
some balloon sticks, that sort of thing as well. So and we've done, I think we've done a couple of BMTVs with the aluminium wire. So you can spiral that and put balloons at the top of that, and there's still some motion there. So there's a few different options, Andrew.
Pricing.
Can we talk about pricing?
This is a big subject.
Yes, where do we start?
It's not like a big taboo in the industry, though. I think people in the same area don't like talking about pricing, but I think it's something that you should openly talk about. Yeah. Because if you're all pricing around the same price, then everyone's getting the same amount of work. You're getting work, because there's always people that are underpriced that get all of the work. But if you price correctly, then you all make a successful business.
The thing is, if you underprice, if you're trying to intentionally undercut people. See, I always thought that when new people start in the business, they price because they're trying to undercut because they want to get the business.
And also that you don't know where to price. If you're new to the industry, no one likes talking about it. So you don't know where you should price, and because you're new, you're like, oh, I don't know the value of balloons.
But this is the thing as well, is it's not just that people are undercutting to try and get the business. And somebody told me this, I can't remember who it was, but they charged less because they didn't think they were worth, they couldn't charge what somebody else that had been doing it for 20 years was charging. And so they just felt it was almost disrespectful to charge that amount. And I thought that was interesting because, but then what that does, that lowers the quality and the industry in general. So I think pricing is really important. if you are interested in pricing, you can go to balloonmarket.co.uk, and we have our online pricing. So basically it's a spreadsheet, Excel spreadsheet, and there's a video on there on old BMTV, and we talk about pricing. It is worthwhile watching, but value your time. That's the key thing. I think a lot of people don't value their time.
Get out of bed and do one job, knowing that I'm then going to go back to my family and spend time with my family, just doing that one job, than doing 5 jobs because I'm underpriced in every single job. Like,
and you end up being a busy fool, so you might get the same amount of money in your bank account at the end after all your expenses,
but
you've worked 10 hours instead of 3 hours or whatever. So I think it's really important. The other thing as well is it devalues the entire industry, like you say. If everybody maintains a certain, well, price fixing is obviously illegal, but if everybody maintains roughly the same price, and that's how most people price. You look at competitors, but then there's a danger there as well, in that you look at your competitors and you think, oh, I can't be any more expensive than that. But there's so much more. There's service and there's communication and stuff like that.
There's stuff behind the scenes that no one ever thinks about. Your insurance costs, your electricity, your car insurance, the MOTs on your cars, like all the hidden costs that you don't think about.
And the big one
needs to be factored in.
The big one is the time as well, because people would say, okay, the products cost this, and I'm selling it for this, therefore I'm making that profit.
But you're doing an hour, like you should be paid an hourly wage. You wouldn't go to a normal job and not get paid hourly.
Yeah, and I think it's recommended, I can't remember what it is we said in that video, I think it's at least £25 an hour you should be allowing for your own time, because it is, you're not working an 8-hour-a-day job, and there's some days you might not have any jobs, so £25 is probably close to £35 now that you should really be allowing. So, but yeah, pricing.
It's area based as well.
Yeah.
Definitely, I stand by that, and I will forever stand by that. For example, I'm from Cornwall. Balloons aren't huge in Cornwall at the minute, and there are a few people that do it, but not that many that I've seen. I know, like, there's one girl on my academy. Now, I know that in Cornwall she couldn't get away with charging what London you would be able to charge. Like, but that's all relative, isn't it? Like, I get my lash extensions done, like down here, and then go up to London. I can't get over the prices they are in London. Like, it's insane.
Talking about the prices of things in London. When we were at Harrods yesterday, and we came out, and in Knightsbridge, and just there's an estate agent there. You can look in the window, don't you? Do you know how much, right? A 2-bedroom flat in Knightsbridge, renting. How much per month do you think that is? Let's ask everybody. Everybody, how much do you think a 2-bedroom flat in Knightsbridge would cost to rent per month? Per month. And then I'll come back to that if anybody guesses. It's I'll give you a clue. It's not £200. Right. Where do you buy all your flowers? Balloonmarket.co.uk, of course. Where else would you go?
That's it, isn't it?
Exactly.
That's the most important one.
Indeed. There's no others. There's others?
Yes.
Oh, Bex.
I'm going to list them because I'm open and honest.
I feel... Oh, I've just hit my microphone.
Don't take offence.
I'm offended.
Don't take offence, because I'm a good customer here, so...
Okay. You're going to stab me in the heart.
They're not other balloon wholesalers.
Go
on. Decoflora.co.uk. That's flower wholesalers. They're expensive, but their flowers are insane. AFS Flowers Online, Artificial Flower Store Online.
Should we start buying from these people and offering everybody out there the full range in one place?
That would be good.
Okay, you need to give me a list of these as well
then. The range, I like the range. Well, that's not wholesalers. The range does good stuff. There is literally, I could be here all day listing. Wedding Mart. I always use peonies, my white peonies. They're in loads of my displays. They're from Wedding Mart. They're good.
I think we sell those as well, just FYI.
Yeah, I think you do now, actually. You didn't. I got them when I first started balloons.
All right, but now you would buy them from me.
But now I would buy them from you. I don't need to buy any more flowers, but if I do, I'll buy some from you.
Oh God, I've got to catch up. If you underprice, then you undervalue your work and your effort. Too right, Andrew. Excellent video with Mark, also the spreadsheet, both brilliant. Thank you. Will you list the site again for the example price list? It's not an example price list, Lorraine, it's how to price. It's our website, balloonmarket.co.uk, and if you go to, there's probably something, I think it's in resources, and there'll be the interactive pricing tool is what you want to click on, and you can get that on there. Diamond Lush events, £25,000 a month is from Diamond Lush events.
That might be 2.5.
Is that? Oh, okay.
It says 25, but per month.
Per month, okay.
Yeah, I think that.
All right.
It's 25k a month.
25k a month. 2k, Andrew sounds odd. I don't know what that means.
Over the top.
Over the top. Okay.
Come on, get down with the kids.
No,
Get
with you.
down with the kids.
Oh, never mind.
Any plans to be in Tampa, Florida? I am in Miami
Yeah. So Miami's
on the 25th of June.
25th of June. You are.
That is basically Florida, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Miami is in Florida,
Yeah,
and
there you
Tampa
go.
is also in Florida.
Yeah.
Lorraine says US dollars 2,500. Lulabelle's balloons 3,000 a month. Okay, 2-bedroom apartment in Knightsbridge in London. It wasn't fancy at all. It was nearly £18,000 a month.
Shut
So that's
up.
I know. So 25,000 was actually the closest. I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it?
That's stupid, that
For a
is.
2-bedroom apartment. Alex has just fallen off his chairs.
I'm looking for flats right now. So that's
That's ridiculous.
It's crazy, isn't it? Who has that sort of money? Just yeah. And you know what? It's probably people that just keep a place in the city. So
That's silly, that
although they
is.
probably buy a place. But a 2-bed apartment for sale, and the for sale side, 10.9 million. I know.
It's that's
Different
silly.
world.
Yeah.
Different world. Kerry Jane 85, yeah, you're a little bit off there. And Andrew says, blooming heck. Yeah, indeed. Blooming heck. So, yeah, why was we were talking about that, about rental?
Because we're talking about the prices in London. You couldn't charge in London.
Oh yes, exactly.
What you can charge
So
in
you
London.
can charge rent in Knightsbridge that you wouldn't be able to charge here in Totton in Southampton. Totton sounds posh when I say
It
that.
does, doesn't it? But it's not.
It's Totton. Totton. Thanks for pointing out.
I'm
It's
only
not posh
joking.
here.
I'm joking.
Our unit's posh. This is posh.
It's very
Oh,
fancy Nancy,
it
isn't it?
is. Well, it kind of is. It's getting there. Yeah. So pricing, very, very important. God, tell me a bit more about your story. I do forget you've not even been doing it 3 years. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
What's been the biggest learning for you from running a business point of view, not from creating the balloons?
God, I've learned so much. So much.
Well, part of what you do you dislike doing the most? Part of running a business?
Admin. Like, I hate admin. I should employ someone to do my admin, but my whole ethos, if you like, of my business is me. Everything's personal, it's me. Like, I'll answer all the questions on my academy. It will be me you deal with all the time. So I like to do everything. Might be a bit of a control freak, maybe.
Yeah, you will have to let go at some point.
I know I need to, but it's letting go, isn't it?
You've been needing a receptionist for your new unit.
I
Welcome to Blow It With Bex. And they
Do
can
you
do all
want
your
to do
admin.
it?
I'm busy.
Are you? Because whenever I'm here, you're
All right, let's move on. Let's move on. No.
I'm joking.
Well, somebody else ask a question so I can... I'm always busy, you know I'm always busy.
No, I'm
not-
only
not
winding you up.
Oh, I got my solitaire high score the other day. It's brilliant.
Well, there you go. Busy. Busy little bee, aren't you?
That's a joke.
I know.
Okay,
And I was joking as well.
all right. Just hurts a little bit, that kind of joke. That kind of joke. Although
You
I've
can
always
come
got...
and do some painting if you want.
I'm not going to paint.
Oh,
I'm rubbish at
thought we
painting.
were friends.
I'm not that friendly with you. I'm not going to paint. It's just, I hate it. Hate it with a passion.
It is horrific, isn't it?
And then you do one coat and you think, oh, that'll do. And then it never,
No,
one coat never
3
does.
coats.
Even when it's saying a single coat paint,
Rubbish.
it's rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. So you do 3 coats and it's, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
hate painting. I've not painted for years. So yeah, tell me something else. Tell me something else about you, your journey. So you hate admin.
Yeah, I hate admin.
What else do you not like?
Instagram.
No.
No, I do like Instagram. It's just a full-time job.
That's the thing, though, isn't it?
full-time job.
You can't get away from it.
Yeah, I think it just affects your mental health a little bit as well. Like, I've kind of taken a step away from it recently, just letting it all get to me a bit much. Like, you focus on so much when you shouldn't be. So yeah, Instagram is bane of my life at the minute.
I think it is interesting because, like I said earlier on, if the metrics of life now are how many friends you've got, how many likes you get, how many this and that and the other, and it's all right there, and it will start to play on your mind.
Yeah.
I mean, if we, looking back when we started the YouTube channel, if I'd have focused on how few subscribers we had or how few views we were getting, it would have lasted 6 weeks, 10 weeks maximum, you know. And sometimes you can't do that. And you were saying, I wonder how many people will watch this. And what was my answer?
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, I don't care. And it's really not important because this will be out there, then we'll leave it on YouTube and everywhere else. And if people want to watch it in the future, it may be useful, it may not. But I think you've got to not care about it. But you said you've turned off your part of Instagram that shows...
So I don't see how many people like my stuff now, or I don't see how many people like everyone else's stuff.
Yeah.
It just doesn't, it just says others.
Yeah.
Because I find like you do end up focusing on that. Like, I'll teach everyone not to do that, but I secretly do that. I'm a hypocrite. No, I'm joking. No, it's hard not to. I think when you get in a rut, you really get in a rut with Instagram, and then everything starts affecting you.
But
so
then you start to worry that if you only get, 100 likes or something, then it's like, why? What was that? You've just got to look at that, in my opinion, just look at that, okay. Feedback, Alex, we talk about the videos every week and which videos have done well, which videos haven't, the reason why, or we try and guess the reason why. And if you just focus entirely on that number and not make any change, I mean, sometimes it's just people just aren't interested in that content. Some people will probably just find you and me sitting on the sofa not that interesting, even though
I don't know who those people would be.
I
This
know,
is
it's
bloody amazing.
incredibly good content.
Yeah.
It's such
The best.
educational stuff.
The best.
Absolutely. Miami's too far.
Oh, sorry, Jackie.
Do you ever get to Canada? Well, not yet.
Not yet, no, but never say never.
Do you ship to the US? That's an interesting question, Lorraine.
Lorraine's full of good questions
I know.
today.
Lorraine, no, we don't. But watch this space. Ellie Jo Allen. How far out from your area do you work, or do you only work within your area?
I used to not go any further out than 45-minute drive.
All right.
45-minute drive, absolute max. But obviously I'd be charging for my time and mileage.
Do you go further than that now if you get a job?
No. I don't really do many jobs now. I do jobs for customers that were always my customers from the beginning, just because you have a little bit of loyalty to them.
Yeah.
But now, I just don't have time. My academy is 7 days a week.
Yeah.
I've got kids, I've got a husband, like events and balloons, that's weekend work.
Yeah.
I'd rather not give up my weekends now because I work like ridiculous hours through the week. So giving up a weekend, I'd rather not. I spend it with my kids.
Yeah.
So, and Russ, not forgetting Russ.
Yeah, don't forget him.
No, God, no.
No, he won't let you forget him.
No, he won't.
You found the price tool, Lorraine. That's great. Where are you, Lorraine? Where in the world are you?
She's in the US, she
I know,
said.
where?
Oh, right, okay.
US is a big place.
It is actually,
It's
isn't it? I
huge.
didn't realise how big it is.
Very, very
until
big.
I was looking at flights, internal flights.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get over how long I'd be on an aeroplane between each state.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly.
Nuts. I thought it was like 10 minutes, just whip on, whip off.
I think when I was doing my trip across the States, it took me 2 days to drive through Texas or something ridiculous
insane.
like that. It was, yeah, absolutely.
Do you ship to Canada?
Well, Bernadine, we've already asked us that
No,
question.
no, do
do you ever get to Canada? Oh no, we don't ship to Canada. Bernadine, but watch this space. So it's all going to happen. It's all. It's well,
It's
it
in
might
the
happen.
pipeline.
We'll see. We'll see. There's some things to do before that happens. In essence, we're rebuilding the website. It's going on a little bit longer than I wanted it to, but we want it to be absolutely spot on before we move on to another project, which that would be. So there you go. That's what it's all
So you've got
about.
a lot going on in the background as well.
A lot. We're taking some more space as well.
Very
so
exciting.
Another 8,000 square feet. So that's quite exciting.
That beats mine, doesn't it?
I mean, it's not a competition, but absolutely, yes, it beats you. Have I shown you that space? Have we been around there?
You showed me it through the door. We had to look through the, it wasn't
I'll
open
have to
last
go
time.
around and you'll see it does beat yours a little bit.
Yeah.
But, that's 19 years. You've been, our first unit was small, well, about the same size as your first unit. So imagine if you had a place the size of this for a training academy.
Can you
You'd like
imagine?
200 people at a time.
That'd be sick, wouldn't it?
That'd be amazing. You'd have a microphone on
Yeah.
and speakers and stuff. You'd be like Tony Robbins.
I'd be on a stage.
Jacksonville, Florida. Lots of people from Florida.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I wish I could get
Lorraine's definitely going to come when you're in Florida. Or in North Florida.
You're in North Florida.
I mean, Miami's just down the road.
Yeah,
It's
get
not
on
that
get on a
far.
plane.
Do you know how big Florida actually is?
No, how big is it? I'm rubbish
On the
with
map,
things
it's about
like
that big, but it's quite big.
Yeah, I just thought just everyone in Florida could get to Miami. I thought, yeah.
I mean, they can, just like everybody in the UK can get to,
Is that like going
Edinburgh.
from here to Scotland, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Just a
okay.
bit bigger. So, I don't know exactly. How big's Florida?
Florida is 447 miles long
Yeah.
and 361 wide.
361 wide. That must be at its widest point in the north.
It's wide as
Miles?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's further than Glasgow would be from here.
from Wikipedia.
Okay. Thank you, Wikipedia.
Very
So
interesting.
yeah, Florida is quite big. Go to Key West. Are you going to go to Key West when you're over there?
I don't know where that is.
Key West. Just keep going down. Florida Keys.
Well, I'm just going
Oh,
to...
it's brilliant.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to...
Go to Key
I'm going to
West.
sightsee.
I recommend it. Just go to Key West. It's brilliant, and you stay down there, and you've got the street performers on the pier as the sun's
really?
going down. Oh,
Oh, that
it's the
sounds
best.
nice.
I've not done it for years. Oh, it must have been 20 years ago I did that. But yeah, absolutely lovely.
Oh, you're welcome
place.
to come on the tour, Greg.
Oh, I'd like to, but who knows? All right, what time are we at? Have we? We've. Oh my God! Right.
God, we've been talking for ages.
You can definitely talk.
No,
can't you?
I'm happy to sit and talk.
Yeah. Well, has anybody got any other questions? Please put them in there. And somebody's here. June has said, "Come to Bromley in Kent. Love a training day with." I don't know what's that emoji mean.
I don't know.
Smiley with stars. Or training day with you, maybe.
With me. Everyone always wants me to travel around the UK. It's hard though, sorting the logistics of it.
Oh, particularly when you've got kids.
Yeah, and a husband.
And a husband. Has he told you? Just keep mentioning
not
me.
to forget him.
Yeah, don't forget me. I
Yeah.
am still here. So
It's just like sorting the hotel, it's loading up the van, finding a venue.
It
There's
is.
a lot that goes into it, isn't there?
Yeah, there is a lot, and I think I don't know. Sometimes I think it's worth it if you're, you do one-to-ones with people, don't you, as well? But if you're going to invest the money in a one-to-one, a trip down to Southampton, stay in a little B&B in the New Forest, yes, it'll cost you, a couple of £100 more than if you were to just come and do the course. But to me, it's an investment, and you just take that whole thing.
You can get hotels a lot cheaper than
You
that.
can get them in. I'm talking about the transport as well, but if you're, you can.
I think the majority of my one-to-ones come down and stay at a hotel.
Yeah, but Premier Inn, it could be like 50 quid. You can
Or
get
even
Premier
like the
Inn for.
Abyss, literally down the road, isn't it? Like that's
The where, sorry?
The Abyss Ibis, is that his name? Ibis?
Oh, the Ibis.
Ibis,
The
Ibis.
The Abyss. God, that doesn't
Ibis.
sound great.
The abyss is just Southampton.
Come and stay in the Abyss.
Is it Ibis or
Ibis.
Ibis?
Ibis. Yeah,
Ah,
I think it's
tomato,
Ibis.
tomato.
Okay, all right. I'm
There we
not
go.
arguing. I'm just saying how I think it's supposed to be said.
That's dirt cheap, that hotel,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. And Premier Inns. Last time I
Yeah.
stayed in a Premier Inn, it was a really nice stay. It was £56. It was lovely. It was a really nice stay.
Just out of curiosity, do you follow any balloon artists or influencers in the US? Yes, I do. There's a few people I follow in America.
You can say who they are.
Yeah,
Okay.
I follow the Balloon King now. If you have I told you about it?
Tell me about the Balloon King.
I love him
Why do you love him?
because I'm just there for like it's not drama, but yeah.
Balloon King, if you're watching this,
No, I love him.
okay.
It's I just follow him for the stories he makes my life. Like he'll call you out if he thinks you're out of order or something.
Oh, right, okay.
And
He's a straight
just-
talker.
yeah, that's the word I'm looking for, which I love. And his work is insane, insane. Have you seen it?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Alex has shown some of his work before,
Yeah.
haven't you?
It's so good.
Absolutely insane.
Yeah, so I follow him. God, who else do I follow? AO Balloons, Anastasia.
Okay.
So I come across her on YouTube when I first started balloons, and she's insane as well.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
follow her. There's so many people.
But there's so many people that you can follow and other influencers here in the UK, and you just get inspired and you get ideas from other people. But also, I mean, you talk to some of the other influencers as well, don't you? And it's just keeping each other going and inspired, and having each other's backs. Let's see. Oh, there's a few others. The UK has some of the best balloon stylists, says Jackie. Lorraine, yeah. UK tour with the family, Kerry, that's a silly idea, you know that. I will just move to the UK. We're very friendly here, Lorraine, if you want to move to the UK. And Jackie's saying Florida is huge. And Lula Bell's Balloons
I follow him.
follows him as well. Anybody got any other recommendations of people to follow? Put them in the comments and we'll read them out. UK or America or anywhere else in the world.
There's so many, isn't there?
But yeah, I think if you do a deep dive into who to follow, just keep. It's like when I used to go on YouTube and just searching for a thing, and then you get a suggested video and you'd watch that.
Yeah.
You get another suggested video, another one, and then you end up. I remember I ended up watching hours one time of black box recordings when planes were crashing, and it's like, how did I get?
Why would you watch that?
How did I get into that? Exactly. But
Put fear into yourself there.
it's
Would that not scare
fascinating.
you then when you go on an aeroplane?
No, not at all. You know what will stop your fear of flying?
What?
Learning to fly.
No.
Because when I learned to fly, it
Right.
was
You learnt to fly?
I learned to fly. Yeah.
What? Really? So you can
We
fly...
must have talked about this.
No, we've never spoke about this.
Okay.
So you can fly an aeroplane?
Yeah, I actually learned in Florida, in Fort Lauderdale.
Really?
Yeah. I've not done it for years.
Why did you? Why did you do
Because
that?
I always wanted to learn to fly.
So
And
what
I
did you want to do?
Are you
as a
interviewing
job?
me now,
Yeah,
or what?
I am
Okay.
interviewing you.
I was working on cruise ships
Yeah.
and earning and saving quite a lot of money, and then the plan was to save up and learn to fly and become a commercial pilot.
I can imagine you as a pilot,
I'd have been a
actually.
good pilot.
Yeah.
I applied to the Air Force when I think it was 19, but I didn't get in because I could hear better out of this ear than that ear. So, but then I thought, actually, your job is either killing people or being killed. So I decided it was probably not the best career move. And then I applied to British Airways. They increased the minimum age, and so I was able to apply. I got through right to the final selection.
Yeah.
And didn't get in.
Why?
So the HR lady didn't like me. The pilot liked me. That
Oh,
interviewed
didn't like
me.
you as a person.
Yeah, didn't like me as a person. Well, she asked me this question, right? And it was, if you were an animal, what animal would you be? Exactly. And
What
I
did
was
you
like,
say? I'm intrigued.
I said, I can't remember. I think I probably said, I don't know, a lion or a tiger or something.
You told me you said tiger.
A tiger.
A
And it's
tiger.
like, what? I don't know. I'd never thought about that. And I still,
I can
having...
imagine you as a fish, if I'm honest.
What? Why a fish?
I'm just winding you up.
It's not funny, Alex. Oh, it's all going horribly wrong. Anyway, I didn't get through, but it was quite an experience. So I thought I'll pay my own way, and yeah, so I learned to fly in Florida, and after I'd learned to fly, I
How
think
come you did it in Florida?
because it was cheaper.
What, so you went out there for a holiday?
I was working on the
and-
ship, so I got off the
Right.
ship. I just
Yeah.
stayed in Florida for 4 weeks and learned to fly. Oh no, I didn't do it straight after the ship. But yeah, it was just cheaper. It was half the price it was
Yeah.
in the UK. It was back in the days when it was at $2 to the pound or something.
Mm.
So it was yeah, really cheap. Really enjoyed it. Absolutely terrifying. First time you're in the plane on your own after
Yeah.
your instructor gets out.
Oh, God, no.
But you learn so much about how it all works. Your fear of flying just disappears.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, it's really clever. Really, it's really simple as well.
Oh,
So
no.
it's all physics. Anyway, have we got any more? Oh, we've got Moments by Mick. Have you heard of Moments by
I don't know if I
Mick?
follow them. I'm going to have a little look whilst we're on here. Give my judgment.
Andrew
shall
wanted
I?
to learn to fly. It is expensive to learn, but like I say, I ended up never using it.
Oh, I never knew that about you.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting fact about you, isn't it? Moments
yeah.
by Mick.
Moments by Mick.
No, I don't follow them.
How many follow?
Oh, yeah.
Show me.
Oh, they're good, aren't they?
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that's nice. This doesn't make for the best viewing, us looking at your phone.
No.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
That is impressive.
Very
Skeletons.
good.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic. Okay.
I'm going to give them a
Moments-
little follow.
Moment, how many? Oh, yeah, 27.7 followers. Very good. Thank
You
you.
like them?
Oh, Lorraine lives to watch BM Live. I'm glad.
Do you think that's lives or loves?
I'm going to say lives because that's great, living for this. When I looked years ago, it was £6,000 for a plane and £12,000 for a helicopter as a minimum. Yeah. It's probably gone up a bit more than that now. Anyway, I think we should stop talking now
Yeah.
because I've got some work to do.
We are.
So just as a reminder to everybody, if they want to come and have a masterclass with you in the US,
Yeah.
the dates are
17th of June in New York.
17th of June in New York,
That's at Boom Mart store.
Boom Mart store.
21st of June in Houston at City Balloons.
Yeah, and
23rd of June in Dallas, City Balloons.
Yeah.
25th of June in Miami, Funny Balloons.
Funny Balloons. And to get £65 off, which is approximately $80,
Oh, God.
enter the code on the website BMTV80
In capitals.
in capitals, and you've got until the end of May. So that runs out on the very last day of May. So
Yeah, it
it'll
does,
automatically
yeah.
come off your
Doesn't
website.
work,
Won't
yeah.
work anymore. So if you are interested in learning everything Bex knows for the bargain price of £370, which is roughly $460,
Yeah, but then you get the discount.
but then you get the discount. It's worth doing. Having known Bex now for, it's only a year, isn't it? A year and a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That feels a lot longer.
It does for me. I've never met anybody that has started a business and so quickly gone on to be somebody so inspiring.
that's nice.
I know.
That's really nice.
But I mean it, because I think it's not just that you're doing a good job. I think you are inspiring people out there to go out and learn, and ultimately grow the industry. So I think it's really, really good. But you will get a lot out of that day. It would be, you would not regret it, and it would not be a cost. It would be a massive investment in your business. if you want to go, it's taken Bex, is it nearly 3 years
No,
now?
3 years
Nearly
at the
3
end of
years
this year,
to get to where she's at. And if she can teach you everything that she's done to get there in a day, just think about how quickly you can grow that business. You just have to make sure you implement everything you learn, and that's key for any training. You can go on as many training courses as you like. If you don't implement what you learn, it's not going to make any difference. And if you're here in the UK and you fancy a trip over to New York, Texas, or Miami for a holiday, just do it around those dates. And yeah, you could, you know, benefit. Can you write that off? Could you write that off against a business if you went on a holiday? I don't know. Maybe you could. So you could have a holiday to Miami and just put that through as a business expense. But
we're not telling you to do that.
well, I don't know. I mean,
No.
you know, take financial advice from your accountant before you do anything like that, because I wouldn't want anybody going to jail. But anyway, Bex, thank you so much. I've really enjoyed chatting on the sofa with our little friend. Not got a name. What name should he have? She have? It have?
Don't know.
They have. I don't know. John.
That's good.
Oh, have you watched
Good
that?
bear name.
As I said earlier on, if you watched, you've not, have you? Colin from Accounts.
No, I haven't.
Oh, I'm glad we had that chat. It's on iPlayer, everybody. If you're interested, go and watch Colin from Accounts. It's quite funny.
You would be a koala. Someone just said you'd be a koala.
I'd be a koala.
Yeah.
Why would I be a koala?
Because you said you'd be a tiger.
Oh, Decor Lab on YouTube. That's another one.
Oh, yeah.
Love, live, all the same. Good. June 6K. I think as an animal, you'd be a koala. Thanks for the live. Look forward to the next one. All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for watching. And thank you, Bex. And we should do this again some point in the future.
We can do it on my new place next, couldn't we?
Yes. Well, no, we've got all the equipment in.
Oh, yeah, fair
Pain in
one.
the backside to take it all there. So we'll do it here again on the
Yeah.
sofa. We'd have to take the sofa as well, wouldn't we? That'd be the hard part,
Yeah,
taking
that
the
would.
sofa. So that'd be really bad. Anyway, we've got to finish this show off.
Yeah.
So going to go now, everybody. See you all soon.
Bye.
Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. Well done. We're still live on Instagram. Hi.